Okay, fire signs. This is going into December. We will start with Sagittarius. What do you want Sagittarius to know? Sun, Moon, and Rising, and we are using the new deck. So bear with me. It's a little hard for me to see this deck for some reason, and it has a lot more cards. Sun, Moon, and Rising. I see you, you're not walking away from a situation that I feel like you thought you would or should, or you definitely didn't want to because you're staring longingly about it, but it was definitely a situation where you thought you were going to. I see you dropping a heavy burden, and I see your finances getting better. What else for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising? A red flower will be significant to you, Sagittarius. Options are opening up for you, Sagittarius, okay? Like, honestly, we have the Seven of Cups here, and you are standing there in delight. There's something you're needing, you know. Not all these options even look good. Some of them look like disastrous, but, you know, we do learn through failure. But at least they're there, you know. It's like the light that you've been looking for. You just drew your own card. I do feel like you might be going through sort of like an acting immature over a situation where you feel like you are not, I don't know. You're not getting like the justice, or you feel like you're not being heard, or you feel like you're not getting taken correctly. So just be careful with the way you react to anything like that, because it may blow the whole thing up, okay? That door stay closed. The boys are really loud. Lay down the sword, Sagittarius, okay? Lay down the sword, because soon that transformation that you're looking for is coming. An owl is significant. What else? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For those of you that are ill or know somebody that's very ill, they will be getting better. They will be healing. Especially if this is somebody who's struggling financially, or if you are struggling financially. Be careful of shady people. There is somebody in your energy that is a bit shady. It's sort of like they're pouring more into their cup than they are yours. But they're also looking for your approval, which is really bizarre. They might be even stealing ideas that you have here, with you like losing the motivation to keep going, or with you not really knowing which direction to take now. I do feel like they're kind of like stealing they're taking your ideas and they're kind of running with it. So be careful of that. I do feel like you are feeling dragged down right now by the universe. You're feeling kind of rejected about a lot of situations. You're not being rejected. Right behind you is an opportunity. You just haven't turned around to see it yet, okay? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yikes. For some of you, you may hear about someone passing, okay? This could be a family member, friend, like anything, okay? You might hear about that. This would be somebody that didn't take very good care of themselves. But for others of you, you are shutting somebody out of your life. They are now officially dead to you, okay? This would have been somebody who not just lied to you, but somebody that like wore like a mask of some sort. that they portrayed this like holier than thou person, and they really weren't. I do see good things coming to you, Sagittarius. Honestly, we have the Misery Collection in with the reverse, okay, where you're going to finally snap out of that funk. We also have the Four of Wands. You're heading in the right direction. You're very focused. See his focus with the light. You know exactly what you want. It's just a matter of you going and getting it, I guess, at this point. I do think it's at a distance because I do see, like, you know, he's staring at the boat. There is some sort of offering. It could be anything from a gift to an engagement, okay? I feel like your days of being, if you guys are alone, your days of being alone are limited. And for those of you that are involved right now, you may be expecting. Many of you are trying to hear, okay. Many of you shut out one person for another, okay? And many of you couldn't decide between two lovers, and so naturally the universe is just going to push you in the right direction, okay? Just know that. Could be an air and a water sign. Lots of passion here. The problem is, like, for which one? You know, is it both of them? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sagittarius, when you get to the point in time where you feel like you can't do it any longer, when you feel like you're just exhausted and drained, that's when you're going to start to see these significant changes, and they're going to be pretty large. They're very profound changes. I feel like a lot of you have some sort of like heavy intuition about this, or astral project or something of that nature. Here, let me show you this Magician. See how he's sort of like floating into the atmosphere. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. That looks good. Be careful if you are, I do have more than one person here, because I feel like you might end up losing your chance for somebody really good. You might hear of a marriage soon. This person would be, if it's not a marriage, it's somebody going into, it looks like a marriage. It looks like a marriage. Somebody that would be your age or younger. If it's not a marriage that you hear about, it's an engagement. Okay. Sun, Moon, and Rising for Sagittarius, please. Sagittarius, somebody's going to walk away from you that else you worked with, were building something with financially, or had a business with, or invested with, okay? They're walking away. They feel like there's like a better situation for them elsewhere. They might even be involved with somebody who thinks that they're in the wrong direction, and they're sort of like pushing them to do something else, okay? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sagittarius, I feel like there's somebody that has heavy emotions for you. This person is struggling quite a bit. This could be a lover, family, friend, you know, anybody. It doesn't have to be a lover, okay? But I feel like people are pushing this person in so many different directions that they're really struggling, and they may need to walk away from you. Only to reconcile. Only to reconcile. And move forward. The world. This could be a soulmate connection with the world and the Six of Cups at once. There's, with this struggle with these people that don't want this person around you, just know there's somebody else here too trying to get their attention. They're giving offerings too. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Somebody be getting a new haircut, hairdo, new perfume I see as well. Or gifted a perfume or get a new perfume. With this reconciliation, the heartbreak will be over for the two of you. However, the decisions about your relationship are still not done. This person could live at a distance. Excuse me, they're currently working on something themselves. What is this? Clarify. Like a project of some sort. Yeah, and they're doing something too. They come up with determination, and the Empress, they're like working on something. They're creating something as well. They've been spending a lot of time alone, and they feel like they're not really getting anywhere. So that's how you'll know it's them. Could be a Virgo, could be a water sign. Continue. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Ask yourself a question. Whatever that question is, the answer is no. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What else would you like Sagittarius to know? Ask yourself another question, and whatever that question is, the answer is yes. Okay? If you're dealing with a angry air sign, just know that they are not changing. Nothing's going to change, and you need to just shut them down. There will be no reconciliation there whatsoever. You already knew this, and somebody was screwing around behind somebody else's back. Again, doesn't have to be romantic. This could be anything from a family member that steals from you to a business partner that was, you know, doing some shady shit, to an ex-lover. It doesn't matter. I'm just telling you. There's actually lack of change twice, which makes it even weirder. Maybe tried to fix it twice or something. In order to move forward with everything that you're trying to do right now, Sagittarius, you need to ask yourself something else. That you got, you know, you're being divinely guided into something bigger, but it says you're asking the wrong questions. So just keep that in mind, okay? And you're not taking care of yourself. Please be careful of your eating habits, it's saying here. And I don't know, sleeping habits as well. anger issues. I guess that's all I'm seeing. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm going to ask a couple more. I'll grab a couple more cards and be done, okay? I feel like your spiritual side, if you're a spiritual person or even if you're religious, whatever, that's going to become stronger, more in-depth, deeper, better for you, especially if you're a clairvoyant or any of the clairs. Okay, that's going to improve greatly for you. I do feel like there's a situation that is not going to be celebrated after all. You're really anticipating it. You're expecting it. You may have been seeing it in visions. That's not going to happen, okay? I do see you coming out of money over spending time with somebody, and ultimately that's going to lead to some sort of success. You may end up going into some sort of business with this person. A peacock is, for whatever reason, a peacock is relevant. I freaking don't know why that would be. Person could be of a different descent than you. Don't walk away when things get really, really tough at the end, okay? Don't walk away, because you're going to be given 2 opportunities during a period of time where you're frustrated financially and emotionally, okay? You're going to be given 2 very huge opportunities, and then you're going to have to decide which one would be best suited for you. Make sure you learn the truth about every one of these situations before you make a decision, okay? Because somebody's going to hold back the entire story, I guess. You know, so like for instance, ultimately, I think you'll make the right decision, ultimately. But what I'm trying to say is, like, let's say you're buying a building, for instance, and then they didn't tell you about plumbing issues, something like that, okay? So just make sure you know the whole story. Anyway, Sagittarius, I hope this helped.